They're sales champions, and welcome back to Blackwood Academy's sales tip of the day. Let me ask you this, have you ever felt like the pressure of hitting targets, handling objections, and juggling the follow-ups is just too much? Well, look, you're not the only one. Pressure hits us everywhere, Stress gets to you at home, it gets to you in sports, in sales, and whatever it is you take on in your life. If you care about it, it will stress you out. It will get you some point or another. And if you don't know how to handle it, it's gonna get you. So you gotta learn the tools and the ways to reframe pressure and stress so it actually fuels you and doesn't get you down. And sales can be one of the most rewarding careers you have ever. It pays great, it gives you a lot of freedom, and it's huge. Every company needs a salesperson. Like if you can know how to sell, you always have a job. So, let's face it though, it can be stressful. It can be overwhelming with deadlines, quotas, rejections. It can be overwhelming. So there is good news though. Like I say, stress doesn't have to break you. It can make you. If you can learn how to handle it, and we will teach you today, where we're going to dive into how to turn that sales pressure into your fuel for success. So let's look into how we do that. Well, look, first let's understand the source of stress. Where does it come from? And especially looking at sales. Well, deadlines, quotas, the numbers you have to hit, rejections, the inevitable no's that sting, even though we know they're a part of the job, self-imposed pressure, that little voice in your head that's just telling you like your pitch sucks or whatever it is that's, bothering you. And if you understand the source of the stress, it can be a key to manage it. So when you can identify what's triggering you, you can start to take control. And how do we, start taking the control? How can we take the first step to do that? Well, look, one of the ways is reframing stress as a challenge, not a threat. Here's the deal, stress is inherently bad. It's how you perceive it that matters. And it's like people that talk about overworking. Overworking doesn't exist in my mind. It depends. It's like if you hate your job and it's a stressful job and you're just feeling overwhelmed all the time, then absolutely it's not good for you. But you can be doing that for 4 hours and feel horrible. Now, if you're working 12 hours, but you love your job and you're thriving in it, 12 hours can fly by. So it is a mindset shift. And, think about like we talked about, like I don't fail, I only learn. I'm going to fail on this deal, then rather, go, you know what, this is a hard one, but it's going to get me better. It's going to get me more honed in for the next one. It's going to teach me something. So I don't care what the outcome is, I'm going for it. And this, like I said, mindset shift can turn this anxiety into focus. And remember, pressure makes diamonds. So it's all about how you handle it. It's not that you can just ignore it. It's gonna be there. There's no way to get around it. But if you can reframe it, it can be an ally. What other things can you do? Well, master your time management. A lot of stress comes from feeling like there's not enough time in the day, and here's how we can get it, on top of it. Prioritize your task, use the 80-20 rule. It's an old rule. It's been out there for ages. It's still valuable. Like it's basically saying that 20% of your clients are going to be 80% of your revenue. So focus on those 20%. See what they are, who they, how are you getting them, how are you booking the meetings with them, how are you, getting the sale. They're going to drive 80% of your sales. So let's try to maximize our focus on them. Time blocking. Schedule your specific times for prospecting, follow-ups, and admin work. Stick to it like some, a meeting with a VIP client. Like with prospecting, I've been guilty of this. You start your first couple of weeks and you start booking in meetings after meetings after meetings, and then suddenly you have no time for prospecting. So suddenly the next week or the next 2 weeks, you don't have any meetings and you're just feeling like you're behind the eight ball. So always have time to prospect and get more things into the pipeline. And when you start your day, start with a quick win. If you're not feeling the heat or like you want to just get going, start with something simple. Call that a repeat client that always comes in. Tackle a smaller task, whatever it is, earlier in the day. Build up the momentum and get that confidence going. It does work, and it is absolutely something that I do as well. You got to develop, resilience toolkit. So Sales is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It takes time. And what you need to do is have a tool in your, like a toolkit that you can use whenever you feel it. So, for example, for me, I like walking around. I have a headset and I walk around as I do the call. And if they start telling me to write something down, their email or whatever it is, then I sit down at the desk. But to start the call, I kind of just like moving. Tony Robbins says it: motion creates emotion. Deep breathing. You know, study Buddhism, Stoicism, yoga, meditation, whatever it is. The more you do it, the better you get at it. When you get stressed, hit the pause button, take a few deep breaths. It sounds simple, but it is, something resets your nervous system and keeps you grounded. Move your body, like I said, take a quick walk, a short workout, or even just standing up or stretching out can do wonders for your stress level. It can help you kind of regulate better and celebrate the small wins. If it's booking of a meeting, then amazing. Like celebrate it, enjoy it, and then, move on to the next one. Take that fuel in and just bring it to the next call. Lean into the pressure. Look, lean into it. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but hear me out. Instead of avoiding the pressure, embrace it. The more you do it, the better you get at it. So let it sharpen your focus and drive you to action. If you're on a tight deadline, use it as a motivator to work smarter. Tell yourself, I thrive under pressure. I'll use this to hit my goals. Like, take that difficult sales call because it will make every other sales call feel easy. And on top of that, build up your support system. You don't have to do this alone. Ask, colleagues, share challenges and tips, talk about a difficult call, make fun of it, laugh. Like, it's gonna get you way better than just moping around alone about it. So find a mentor, one of you, older salespeople there that can teach you how to do it or what they've been through. They can give you strategies and perspective that you might never consider, or some golden hook that you can use in your pitch. And of course, friends and family. Don't forget to lean on those you love. They're your personal network, and you should be able to lean on them. They should be able to lean on you. So don't forget that, and focus on what you can control. Like I said, stoicism, they talk about it there. Like you gotta look at what you can control and whatever else is outside your control, and you just gotta kind of let it go. So if you can't control how the prospect is having a bad day, but you can control your preparation, your attitude, your effort. You can't help it if he's going through a bitter divorce and doesn't want to buy from anyone, but you can help how you meet up. So celebrate your effort, like we talked about, and just come prepared, and the results will come by themselves. Let go of what's outside your influence and show up, showing up as your best self every day. Now, let's close out this video. So the next time you feel the weight of a sales pressure, remember, stress is a signal that you care, and that's okay. Channel it into an action and let it push you towards success. And as always, if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notification, for more daily sales tip. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, check out my bio in the channel description. You can see my Udemy course there. Let's go crush these calls, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And remember, you're stronger than the pressure. You're stronger than the stress. Let it drive you to success. And on a little rhyming note, I say goodbye and thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.